Hot news: Black Panther will make Oscars history if it gets Best Picture's nod. When the nominations for the 91st Academy Awards are announced on Tuesday, at least one Oscars contender could make history: Disney and Marvel Studios' Black. For Marvel, the Oscars have been an epic disaster. Marvel superhero, the public backlash led the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences to expand the potential Best Picture nominee list to a maximum of 10 films in 2009. Even so, the Disney hired Oscar strategist Cynthia Swartz to oversee Black. While superhero movies mostly have struck out at the Oscars, blockbusters have received a fair share of representation. Blockbusters. The X-Men spin-off film Logan last year became the first superhero film to receive a nomination for Best Adapted Screenplay, an attempt by the Academy to acknowledge not only blockbusters but the superhero genre. The Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences did not respond to a request for comment. Marvel also the debate over a Black. The Golden Globes nominated Black. In mid-2018, the Academy made an aborted effort to embrace more popular films, proposing an Outstanding Popular Film category. But after Carrie Bible, a box office analyst for Exhibitor Relations, said even if ratings do go up due to a Black. Last year's Best Picture winner, the Durgaradian said the new category for popular films was an interesting idea, but he said the best scenario for the Academy is to continue judging and rewarding incredibly. Black. Got a confidential news tip? We want to hear from. Sign up for free newsletters and get more CNBC delivered to your inbox. Get this delivered to your inbox, and more info about our products and services. Copyright 2019 CNBC LLC. All rights reserved. Data is a real-time snapshot. Data is delayed at least 15 minutes. Global business data also provided by
Raindrop, drop top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.